So what a day it's been. The adventure has truly begun. I thought I'd give you guys a little bit of a prelude to getting ready, packed up and sorted for this massive Botswana adventure that we're going on. We've got 6 days to go and I'm getting a little bit nervous, to be honest, but we're off to Tackler Products now to get the last piece to the signature black range. Let's hop on in and let's see how it goes. Ready to go, Tackler Product. Last piece of kit to the signature black range. I'm going in and picking up a dash cover, which would be fantastic. It's Monday and we leave on Saturday. There's a lot to do, an absolute lot to do. So we've just arrived at Tackler. Today we're getting the much awaited dash cover. It's the last piece of the puzzle for me. It should be really good. I've seen one as a demo unit and it looks amazing. So compared to the current one that I have now, there's a lot more storage and it's just a lot more of a premier quality product. But let's see what the fellas from Tackler have to say.
So Ryan has come in for his dash cover. So this is the first one we're doing on one of these. So it's something we're going to look into. And yeah, Ryan's going to test it out for us.
Out with the old and in with the new. So looking forward to it. Okay, so it is Wednesday morning, 9:30, and I'm off to go and pick up the Conqueror Compact Platinum 2 from Conqueror Northgate. Yeah, she just went in for a service, a couple of repairs. Look, I mean, all the kilometers that we've put on the Conqueror is definitely meant for a proper service, a proper clean, and a bit of a fix up here and there on a couple of items. Look, nothing too major, but just happy to go and pick her up and get her ready. Being Wednesday, it means that we essentially have 3 days until we're in Botswana. So still a lot to do. I've obviously got to pack the Conqueror. I've got to go and get tires rotated, balanced and wheel aligned. I've got to pick up my driver's license. I've got to get the easy on drop down buddy fridge slide fitted, and I have to fill up the car with fuel, which is what I just got a message for now. apparently everything's sorted out. Just gonna go and get my spares, because on a trip like this you can never have enough spares. Don't know what I'll do with them when I'm out there, but let's hope everything goes all right. I'm sure it will. We're heading to go and get our COVID tests at the Lancet laboratories. We're here at Deco Park. And the great thing is, today, tomorrow, and then we're on the road. We're crossing the Botswana border post and we'll settle for the night at Khama Rhino Sanctuary. Magic. I can't wait, eh? I can't wait. I'm sitting here with Ed in my car. He's getting us some stuff done at 4-wheel drive overland. And yeah, lots to do and time is running out. I don't know how these things always sneak up on us, but they just do. It just seems to be like that. Give yourself at least 2 weeks to get organized for a 20-day trip, that's for sure. But let's get this test done. I think first though, Ed, coffee, eh?
Yep.
Let's get a coffee.
So we all finished with the COVID tests. Hopefully we've passed. They'll SMS us the results tomorrow morning. Cutting it fine, 2 days to Botswana. Looking forward to it. And now we're gonna go grab a coffee as a reward for our efforts. What you saying, bro?
I'm saying she put that swab a little bit far and did a little extra wiggle, so I almost
Bring up your dinner.
Yeah, almost had a vomit situation there, but simple. Now let's get that coffee.
Right, so it is Friday night. I've been at this the whole day, busy packing up the trailer and the koloi. A lot of work to get through, because it's not only about packing up. You got to get your insurance papers, your papers from the bank for the vehicle, your medical aid papers to get confirmation about cross-border, malaria tablets, you name it, I've done it. So it's been a busy week, to say the least. I'm a bit shattered, to be honest. The only thing I have left to do is clean the camera gear, load that in the vehicle, and then fill up with fuel. Yeah, not too much further to go, I reckon. It's about 9:30 at night, so I think I'm on track. I can't wait to take you guys to the places that we're going. 22-day trip, packed full of action. Apparently there's a lot of water up at Moremi, so it should be an absolutely exciting trip. Stay tuned and join us tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. when we hit the road, meet up for a cup of coffee, and make our way through to Botswana. Love it.
We are en route. We left this morning. I think we met up at the Caltex petrol station at about 4:15. It's been an easy trip. You can definitely tell that winter is here. We've driven through a hell of a lot of fog and it's actually quite nippy. The grass is beginning to turn from green to brown. So yeah, I think it's going to be a good winter, a cold one maybe, but just super amped to be on our way to Botswana. Ed, what are the plans, bud?
We're on the way to Matamba Bush Camp to meet up with Chris. He pulled through there yesterday. And then we're going to Martin's Drift, the border post.
How was the drive, my man? Did you enjoy that fog?
Yeah, the mist was next level, but it's just broken through. But the sun's just broken through the mist and the sunrise is absolutely amazing, eh? Man, Botswana, here we come. We've starved in Botswana for a year, but we're going back. Looking forward to it. Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, I am, but I think I left the COVID forms at home, dude.
I hope not, because otherwise we're driving all the way back home.
We've just picked up Chris, and we're now headed towards Groblersberg or Martin's Drift border post. We've got roughly 322 kilometers to go. We should be at Khama Rhino Sanctuary at about lunchtime. So good going. The red file with everything in, all the car stuff. We've just made it to Groblersberg border post, and we head over to Martin's Drift. I've got old Ed's COVID test here. Hopefully the fella behaves himself, otherwise he just doesn't get it.
Well, then we'll see about Ryan's meat.
Sorry, I'm switching off now.
In 200 meters, continue straight.
After 2 years of not being able to adventure, I travel with Ed and Chris in the month of April to Botswana. Our trip takes us on a 3,000 kilometer total round trip to some of Botswana's wildest places, where sunsets are golden and the wildlife encounters are always special. The aim of my trip is to connect with the wild, drive roads I've never driven, and stay in new, wild places. Follow my journey as we head into the wild and bring you what surely is an unforgettable adventure. We've just gone through Martin's Drift. We're here at Guanokane. Just filled up with fuel, grabbed something to drink, and now we're on our way to Kamarana Sanctuary. Can't wait. We should be there just after 1. So great timing. Can't wait to see those rhino out there. So good to be back in Botswana. It was last year March that we were in Botswana when we did the Central Kalahari expedition. COVID has really made it very difficult for a lot of people to adventure travel. It promises to be a good one. I mean, we've had a lot of feedback from Botswana. Some people that live here have been telling us that there's been a lot of rain up in the north, which is where we're going. We're heading to Khama Rhino Sanctuary. We've got about a 2-hour drive. So good to be back in Botswana. We're here at Kamarana Sanctuary. How fantastic is that? And we made it in time for a sunset drive a little bit later. But I tell you what, that drive, and with the lack of sleep last night when packing up, 2.5 hours sleep, I'm a little bit shattered. So I'm looking forward to getting the chair out and just having a bit of a relax, to be honest, for an hour or so, just to catch that second wind. And yeah, but just absolutely stoked to be here. Wow, we're here, we made it. We're in Botswana. absolutely magic. You know what's really something else is, you know, you arrive at Khama Rhino Sanctuary and you can hear the francolin, the crested francolin going off. You can hear the guinea fowl in the distance. You know, you can hear the chatter of a bushshrike in the tree. It's just alive, man. It's, you know, I always say it, you know, Khama Rhino Sanctuary is such a pleasant surprise for campers, really is, and an enjoyable way to ease into any of my trips.
Yeah, so we're here at Malema Pan. It's always an amazing spot to come down to and have a look at, especially when it's sunset.
What you looking forward to at Xhumaga the most?
Xhumaga. I'm excited to see that Boteti River in flood. Hey? I think it's going to be next level. A couple of people have already gone as of maybe a month ago, and the floods were coming down from Angola, so they had to go over the pontoon. So I'm looking forward to that. Apparently there's a lot of flowers out there on the river, lilies and those sorts of things. So yeah, I'm just looking for something different. You know, the last time we were at Xhumaga, we enjoyed it, but you know, with the livestock running around the last time at the campsite, it just made it a little bit awkward. So I'm expecting something different this time. Maybe high hopes.
Quite a nice sunset, as always, at Malema Pan at the Khama Rhino Sanctuary. Just good to be in the serenity of the bushveld. It is, yeah, it's something else. The smells, the rawness of the wild, it's just special. We're heading back to camp now. We're going to set up the fire and enjoy a good evening and catch up with each other.
Morning. It's a bit overcast today. Today the plan is we head up to Xhumaga, which is about a 4.5 hour drive northwest, and we stay there for one night. So plan is today is to maybe get some coffee first thing and then tear down the campsite and move on.
Morning.
How did you sleep?
I slept okay, but I've got a headache this morning.
How'd you sleep last night?
I mean, I forgot just how comfortable that mattress was. But I have a problem, a slight problem. I need to ask for your help, Ed, later. If we can just slide the RTT over this way, because I can't get the spring rods in to keep the rear awning up. So the whole night I had this and I thought the leopard was trying to get into the tent. So I was on and off, and then I heard early this morning someone moving around in this campsite. Lo and behold, I woke up and one fella's already ready to move on to Xhumaga. I wonder who that is. Hey, Ed? Yeah. But anyways, thanks for allowing me to use your gear, bro.
Well, Ed, what is this? Come and give us a demo, a discussion featurette on this thing, please. It's called the Fellow.
No,
No,
it's not called that. Let's speak to someone who knows about coffee.
100%.
This over here is the best cup of coffee you will have in the bush. It is an Aeropress. What it is it's basically a French press, but it forces the coffee through via pressure. So what normally happens is you get some paper filters, but I've got this. It's called a Fellow Prismo. It's got a little valve at the bottom and a little metal filter, so you don't waste paper filters. And this works even better because you can make a proper espresso with it. So I taught Ryan this morning. He's going to let me know how it goes, but I always make my coffee with this out in the bush.
100%.
Just had a shower at Khama. Just filled up the water tanks in the trailer, and we are now heading towards the Khama Rhino Sanctuary gate, where we'll get some wood for tonight's fire, and then proceed on a 4.5-hour drive to Xhumaga campsite in the Makgadikgadi Pans National Reserve. We're on the road now. We've got about 390 odd kilometers or so. 4.5-hour drive. It's estimated at the current speed of 115 kilometers an hour that you'll be arriving at just 2:45, thereabouts. It's a nice easy drive. It's overcast today, which might be a blessing. A lot of cloud cover, and yeah, I've stocked up the trailer with water and wood. We bought 250 rands worth of good quality wood from Khama Rhino Sanctuary. Always love Mopani wood. It just creates an amazing source for coal, charcoal, which is obviously what we braai and cook on. Yeah, so we are heading onwards and upwards as it goes. We've just come up alongside a veterinary fence, and it seems like this is a checkpoint. Okay, it seems like it's an easy push through. Which one is 10 out of 10?
No, I just want to check the lights here.
For sure. Which one? Those spotlights? Ah, you want to check? He wants to check the spotlights.
Ryan has taken out.
Sharp, sharp, sharp. Melangra. Utsugil. Ukshableteng. Hey, very nice people. Botswana, people are so welcoming, eh? Botswana, always just nice to be traveling. You know what the nice thing is the people. The people of Botswana thus far have been tremendous, man. They've, you know, been easygoing, easy to talk to, smiles, no trouble. So yeah, just fantastic. We're gonna pull up at the Nando's shortly and grab a burger. Here it is here.
Yeah, they're by the Nando's sign.
Well, Chris and Ed looking forward to that burger, eh? Yeah, and then 17 kilometers further we turn left and we begin the stretch through to Xhumaga.
Yep.
Maybe something to bear in mind is just try and, you know, take those breaks as often as you can, and be vigilant on the roads. There's a lot of cattle, a lot of goats and a lot of donkeys in this area. So yeah, my advice to you would be just take it easy and be vigilant. Be very, very vigilant. Always try and keep aware of surroundings and what's happening and what's moving around. So, you know, watch those cattle. Even if they're 50 meters off the road, it happens very quickly. But yeah, just looking forward to getting to Xhumaga now.
So we've just arrived at Boteti River, and if you look behind me, there's no ways we're driving through that. It would seem we're gonna have to use the barge, which is all the way over there. So yeah, looking forward to it. Apparently we've got to give them a call so that we can get that barge over here and take it across. But the Poteti River looks magic, absolutely fantastic. We've just got to Xhumaga. We're just checking in at the reception, and yeah, wow, we just did the Poteti River crossing on the barge or pontoon, and yeah, it's quite expensive. It's 150 pula per vehicle, and we have to do it again tomorrow morning. But yeah, check this out. So, bright packs. Why get a bright pack? Well, honestly, you get 3 different meats. It's easy to do. Depending on where you go, the size of meat is great. And it's simple. So you clap all those meat sources that you need.
And you smack all everything into one little pack and you add a bit of bread and a bit of veg, right?
100%, but we don't have bread, but we've got veg.
But I mean, Chris has got bread.
Chris has got one bread.
Great dinner. And tomorrow we head to Maun. Can't wait. We've got a couple of little, I don't know if they're flay rats or what's running in front of us here. But this is magic. We had lion on the afternoon drive, roaring about 500 meters away. We're not sure where they are now, so we sort of cordoned off. We got the Echo behind me and the Conqueror just over here, so we cordoned off a little area for Ryan and I to sit in. Chris has gone to bed. We're going to enjoy a couple of Amarulas. Early in the morning we head to Maun, but right now it's one of those moments where you just don't pick up a camera. You just look at the Boteti, you enjoy the night sounds, and you enjoy good company with good mates, with a good couple of drinks, and an amazing trip through Africa.
So we got in yesterday afternoon to Xhumaga. We've just packed up now, and we're on our way to Maun, where we stop off and get some meat from Delta Meats, Delhi, and then we push on through to Southgate. Going to be absolutely fantastic. We've got old Ed rolling in now, bringing all the dust. It's a windy day, but the sun's out and we got to make that crossing across the Poteti River. Excited. The crossing of the Poteti River, it's so beautiful to see the Poteti River when it's got that much water in, and going on to that pontoon is quite a nerve-wracking experience, to be honest, but an absolute experience. Just adds to the whole vibe of the adventure, and a little bit daunting going in and up and on and all of that. Yeah, so just a really great experience, to be honest. Xhumaga is a fantastic campsite. We had pearl-spotted owls in camp this morning, and we saw a giant Varroa eagle owl flying around from tree to tree, and the campsite's behind us. It's just a pity that we had the one night. I would suggest anyone who's coming to Xhumaga try and stay for at least 2 nights. But yeah, an absolutely great trip thus far. Day 2 in it. Now we're on day 3, heading to Maun, where we stop off at Delta Meat Delhi and pick up meat. Riley's to stock up on fuel, fill up all the jerry cans above, and then onwards to the wildlife department, where we've got to obviously pay for park fees, vehicle entry fees, and can't wait to get to Southgate Camp, Mcqueen Campsite. So we're still on the way to Southgate. The road is quite bad, very uneven surface, a lot of deep holes. It looks like they've had problems when it rained. So there's quite a lot of undulations. So just taking it easy with the trailer. It's not easy going, I'll be honest. But it's amazing. You open up the window and you can smell the wild. It's such a fantastic aroma. It's a smell that is very nostalgic for me. It's, if you could bottle it, call it the fragrance of Botswana. It's something else. It really is. We've gone past, I don't know, maybe 6 different herds of elephant. Yeah. And the mopani trees, and it's just yeah, it really is, brings back a whole lot of memories and emotions for me. As one who used to go into the Okavango Delta with my dad, and you know, a couple of trips that I've been on in the past, it's just yeah, it's quite overwhelming. The guys are asking me on the radio why I'm so quiet. It's just purely because this bush overwhelms me. This whole feeling, it's
Magic.
absolutely, Ed just said it, magic, magic. We're in the wild, 2 Ellies. I don't know if you can see it. Magic, absolutely magic. Let's get to camp. I'm having a little bit of lunch. We stopped off at Delta Meat Deli in Maun and got some drovos, and I have to say it's absolutely flippin' lekker. Very, very nice drovos. And if you don't know what that is, it's essentially a dried out sausage packed full of herbs and flavorants and some animal fats. Very, very nice, and a great meal when you're in the wild. The road condition is a lot of corrugation, so the car and trailer are taking a hammering, and yeah, we haven't stopped to let down tire pressures, which is something I'm going to have to do when I get to camp. The road is quite brutal at the moment, but yeah. Drovos, lekker.
We're in the Moremi, or almost in the Moremi, but basically in the Moremi. Now the road's hectic. The hard tire pressures don't help. Tomorrow we can let down. We're in a bit of a rush. That's why we haven't let down tire pressures yet. But let's get to Southgate.
The situation is tomorrow we have to go back to Maun, because yesterday was Workers' Day, which was Sunday. Today is Monday, so that extended over to Monday, which means we couldn't pay park fees. So now we got to go back to Maun tomorrow, and the condition of the road, I don't know if you've seen it, but yeah, that's a two and a half hour drive.
It's 4:15 and we've just pulled into Mcqueen Campsite. We were at Mcqueen Campsite number 7, which is over there in the bush, and the campground hasn't been maintained. There's grass everywhere, so the camp manager lady just said, you know, take any campsite you want. So we've taken I think it's Mcqueen number 5, which is quite nice, a lot of space, and we're underneath these massive mopani trees. Now I was here in 2018, not too much has changed. There's a couple more trees that have been knocked over or pushed over by airlies, and yeah, just fantastic to finally be in camp. I got a bit of a problem. I've had to plug into solar as quickly as I could just to try and get a charge onto this trailer, but yeah, time to set up and get ready to relax after a long day's drive. What a day, what an absolute day, an adventure. Fantastic to be here. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers, Chris.
Cheers, Chris.
Cheers, use that water next, because I don't have space for it.
Well, gents, it was a long drive, but we're here.
Cheers, bro.
I can't believe how bad this last 20 kilometers has gotten. The rain's really made a big difference.
It has a big effect, but my man, you saw a big herd of elk.
I've never seen that amount of game outside Moremi before. I mean, every waterhole you went to, there was an elephant.
Yeah.
Morning, and what a great morning it is. We're here at Mcqueen Campsite, and it's just alive. You can hear the mayor's parrots, dwarf mongoose running in the grass, squirrels running through camp, hornbills. Yeah, just fantastic. So today we've got a bit of a mission to make. We have to shoot back to Maun, which is a 2.5 hour drive one way, and we have to pay at the wildlife department for all our park fees and permits. Pick up a couple of odds and sods, and then make our way back to Southgate, which is where we're going to spend another night. And I think that's quite alright, to be honest. For 3 days now we've been go, and yeah, I'm looking forward to a night or a day in camp just to get everything sorted out. Camera gear,
dumping of footage and everything like that. Also get the trailer charged up on solar panels. So yeah, just magic. The only downside really is I had to have a cold shower last night. Both ablution blocks, the geezer's not working, so yeah. But anyways, magic to wake up to all these sounds. It is absolutely fantastic. We had elephant making a lot of noise in the distance. So sure, Botswana, loving it.
That's what's amazing about the Moremi, eh? Just so many elephants in this place. I'm worried about the big ones, because when the little one screams, then the big one is a problem.
We are traveling shotgun in old Ed's Land Cruiser LC200, and what a trip in this beast. I'm just waiting for my peanuts and Coke, because as I said to Ed, it feels like we're in an aeroplane here. I think I've got a Fanta grape. He's got a Fanta grape he's got a Fanta grape. I'll settle on a Fanta grape, and Chris has been feeding me bananas. So he's in the front, I'm in the back. And we're just enjoying it, eh? Looking forward to getting back to the Moremi. Hopefully the campsite is all in order as we left it this morning. And it's taken us about what, 4 hours?
Yeah, about 5 hours in total. 2 hours or an hour and a half. We spent like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours in Maun, because all the ATMs were full of people, so we had to wait long to draw cash. And yeah, people in Botswana are very friendly, eh?
It's been an overall pleasant experience. I had a very, very pleasant incident yesterday when a petrol attendant made a mistake and overcharged me with 600 pula, which I didn't realize, and he proceeded to catch a taxi to find us and to tell me that they've overcharged me and must come back to get change. So that's just amazing that you still find that in today's day and age.
So what a day it's been. The adventure has truly begun. We spent today just relaxing around campsite. We're sitting up now. We've just made the fire. We're listening to the calls of the wild in the Moremi Game Reserve. It doesn't get much better than this, and to be honest, I can now feel that the trip is beginning to become less rushed and more about enjoyment.
You had those lines at Molosi in the camp, and now you got to go pee in the middle of the night.
So how did you do that, dude?
Just behind the trailer, or the car in that case.
We heard hyenas last night, and then at about 2 o'clock they went off again, and they weren't too far from camp, eh? I don't know, maybe 200 meters outside of camp. And then Ed heard them this morning. Ed was up a little bit earlier than everyone else, and said he heard them again. So I think that's one of the beauties to being in the Moremi, is it's very wild, very, very wild. We have kudu going through camp. Yesterday we had impala going through camp. We have all the little creatures and critters running around here, dwarf mongoose, squirrel, long-tailed starling. The bird life is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. But I really need this cup of coffee.
I'm looking forward to this cup of coffee. And somewhere in this echo I've got rusks. Somewhere. There we go. These squirrels in this campsite are next level. You leave one door opening, they're on your dash, they're eating the rusks inside your car, they're trying to get the dried mango out of the packet. You got a hair in your coffee, bro. Hair.
It's a spider's web.
Is it?
Yeah, well, where did the hair come from, man?
And say, this is what we talk about out in the bush. What day is it?
6.
5.
Khama.
5. We've had 4 days. This is day 5. Jeez, like you're having a seizure.
He's attracted by the reflection of himself. Right, so what a great morning it is. We're here at Southgate Mcqueen Campsite number 5. Ed, Chris and myself have had a fantastic 2 days. Yesterday was a bit of a rush day. We had to head back into Maun and pay our park license fees and all of that good stuff at the wildlife department, which was quite lekker because we met Tejo, the wildlife department official there, who's the guy who said welcome to Botswana in one of my previous openings and Ed's openings, which was quite lekker actually. Good to see him again. Today the adventure begins. We head off to Kwai at Northgate Moremi. Now I've been through the Northgate itself, but I've never stayed or camped at Kwai, so I'm really looking forward to that. We've got 6 days there and it's about 38 kilometers from where we are now. It's something else to be sitting here talking to you like this. I've got all the little creatures and critters moving around, squirrels coming through camp, catching the last or the early morning sun rays, and arrow-marked babblers, hornbills, red-billed hornbills, yellow-billed hornbills, all just, you know, mingling and moving around by your feet. It's quite an amazing feeling, to be honest. You feel very, very involved in the wild. But guys, if you have enjoyed this episode, then stay tuned for the next one, because this series is going to be a cracker and I look forward to taking you on our adventures. Keep safe, keep trucking. I'm Ryan and this is 4x4 Ventures. Till the next one, I hope to see you out there. Cheers guys. Stay tuned in for some magic scenes from the next episode. Big thank you to my Patreon supporters, helping me get out on the next adventure. Sign up to Patreon, link in the write-up down below.